Welcome to How Not to Make a Review. Does the name Gligar13Vids ring a bell? Yeah, it does it for me. He's a reviewer of what he calls bad games. Mostly Sonic games. He's like Mario to Plumber, except he's serious. He also wants to make everyone agree with his opinion. Don't believe me? Then watch the first few seconds of this video.
Hello everyone, it's me and I'm better than you! You know who I am, so let's start this video. Digimon are better than Pokemon! Why don't you understand that Digimon are better than Pokemon?
See? Let's go into the video at hand, shall we? Okay, I knew he was looking down upon anyone who likes the games he reviews, but this is ridiculous.
After Sega made several disasters in a row, such as Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06,
blinking lights makes everything awesome.
Sonics. Sure, they were selling, but they were bombing when it came to reviews.
So if a Sonic game is reviewed and it gets a bad review, it automatically means the game is horrible.
So Sega in 2007 started coming up with the sequel to Sonic 06. What was it, you may ask?
Gee, I wonder what it could be. It's not like it's on the title. No, that's just silly.
Sonic Unleashed. Sure, some stuff leaked in 07 by a guy who got fired by Sega, including that Sega wasn't really caring about Sonics anymore, which is true.
Yeah, Sega doesn't care about Sonic, even though he's their mascot, and they continue making games and is trying to revive Sonic.
And that there would be a Weirhog.
You do know it's pronounced Were, not Weir, right?
A year later, they announced trailers for this game, and you know what? They were good at fooling everyone. They just showed the daytime stages, which were pretty much like Sonic Rush on the DS. Not much skill required, but the graphics looked good on the PS3 and 360 versions, so it pretty much made everyone think that this game is actually going to be good. Boy, were we wrong. I actually pre-ordered this game when it first came out, and then I sold it a few months later. The last time I played this game was in 08, but after playing this game again, now I know why I stopped playing it. It just flat out blows. This was the game that was supposed to help everyone start having faith in Sonic again.
You know what? This game actually made me stop becoming a Sonic fan. I was no longer a Sonic fan because of this game. That's how bad this game was.
That's how bad that game was. So it's not a bad game anymore? Is that too nitpicky? Oh, tough luck.
The daytime levels, the only problem is, most of the levels are nighttime levels. There's only like a few daytime levels, and to make them feel longer, they just throw redundant challenges right after each daytime level. So most of the game, you'll be playing the nighttime levels. And you know what? These are horrible. All you do is you press square and circle. So, let's dive into this garbage, shall we? And one more thing. This game also received a version on the PS3 and 360, and that version even has gotten different reviews. Maybe it's better, maybe it's not. Some rated that version higher, some rated it lower, so maybe I'll get into that game another day. I know Family Video has it, so
let's start the review. Whenever you load the game, a 6-minute FMV...
FMV? I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure that's a CGI.
...sequence plays. This is skippable, however, but I decided to show the whole thing for the sake of the review.
Liar! You said you would show the whole thing. You didn't.
The plot pretty much shows how the Weirhog thing came across. Eggman was doing something to Sonic again.
Ew!
Eggman joined the Power of the Chaos Emerald, something. I really don't care, it's really a carbon copy of Sonic Adventure 1's plot kinda, but we're more retarded. The production quality in these is high, and the quality is much better than all the other FMVs in the game. Sadly, this is also where most of the budget went.
How do you know that most of the budget went to the cutscene?
Just to this. And I seriously think more of the budget should have gone to quality control, and not making intense 3D explosions with badass characters. This cutscene is badass, I'm going to admit it. Well, most of it is.
So Eggman pretty much blows up the world, even though he was the same person who said that if they destroyed the city in Shadow, he would have nothing to take over. What an idiot forgetting what he freaking said.
Eggman isn't destroying the world because if he did, then the world wouldn't be around. Did you pay attention to the plot for, well, I don't know, a review?
And then, we see the worst part of the game, all in the opening CGI.
So what is it, CGI or FMV?
Yes, my friends, this is where all the Green Eyes complainers started, when they started doing shit like this to Sonic. You just can't look at this any longer. Seriously. This is what the people at Sega thought was a good idea.
Well, Sega took a risk to do something different. Did you want Sonic just to keep running or jumping around in Green Hill Zone in every game? No, I'm sure you don't.
Coming from the same developers who made 06 and Shadow. So when you actually start the game, we start to see cutscenes ripped straight out of a 360 version and stored in FMV format for your enjoyment when you're playing on the PS2 and the Wii.
You could also say that the cutscenes were ripped straight out of the Wii or PS3 versions, because the 360 version was released 2 days after the Wii version and the PS2 version.
And then the whole thing is pretty much Weirhog meeting this annoying character you don't give a shit about.
Well, aren't you the person to talk? I mean, some people will give a crap about him, some won't.
And this is Chip. More annoying than Omochao and Big the Cat combined. Sega pretty much forgot about him for generations because he's really annoying.
He was left out because he lives in the center of the planet, and it's not likely the Earth is going to open up again.
Imagine having Omochao pausing the game in the middle of the level, trying to say, "Hey, dumbass, here's how to jump, you piece of shit." That is pretty much Chip. Most of the hub world, which is back from 06 at Adventure 1, is pretty much you walking around in a 2D place, or selecting stuff, and pressing the X button to talk to random people. Featuring long load times.
Well, your PS2 might be getting old. That's what happens when a console gets old. The loading times get longer because the console is having trouble working.
And annoying stuff. Then the graphics...
Okay, I can't keep quiet about this anymore. Are you using a script or any editing program? You must be using editing programs to put this stuff together, so there should be a button that allows you to cut out these awkward pauses and mistakes you made.
I've ever seen for a PS2 game. And that's probably the only good part. Keep in mind, this is running on 12-year-old hardware from 2001. No, 1999. Yeah, this is running on 1999 hardware. And it's actually pretty impressive to look at. The only problem is, the load times are still long, and the save times are pretty long too. You will see a lot of "now saving, please don't remove the card or turn off the power" messages. And after you skip through a bunch of obligatory tutorials, such as how to jump, or how to get to the goal ring, or how to drift, you know, the kind for dumbasses who assume you don't fucking know how to play the fucking game.
Well, if it's your first time playing the game, then the tutorials are helpful.
That is pretty much what this shit is. In other words, it's an insult to your intelligence and you can't skip it. You will hate this if your IQ is over 20. If your IQ is under 20, you'll like this.
Okay, I actually took 2 IQ tests for this part. My IQ scores I got for this test are 114.4 and 127. And I like this game.
Now on to the actual stages. After so many stages, they ask you, continue playing? That's like a stupid question. Do you want to keep suffering? But what the heck. I gotta play this garbage anyway, so...
No one is making you play this game. You're making yourself play this game and review it.
The levels, just like I said earlier, they look nice, but that's the only good part. The controls are kind of crappy. Unlike the other Sonics, this game pretty much assumes you want to run in a straight line. If you don't run in a straight line, the controls are kind of hard to use, because you won't move enough. In other words, the controls are kind of crappy. And by the way, you're going to say I'm sucking, but this is the first time I played this in years. Later on, I got much better, but that still doesn't change my opinion of the game. So anyways, the controls kind of suck. Other actions, such as jumping, barely work. Sometimes you'll be pressing X several times, wondering, why isn't the jump working, you piece of shit controller? I know it's not my controller, because for other games, it works perfectly. Pressing circle boosts you, so you can play it like Sonic Rush. Just hold down the circle and you can boost to win.
You can't boost to win because there's a bar that shows how many times you could boost.
In other words, requiring not very much.
In the first levels, sure, it doesn't need much skill, but later on, you need to be careful and not just run all the time.
Still, while the daytime stages can be kind of fun, this part is incredibly boring. All you do is look around the town using the D-pad to select what you want, press X, wait for it, press X to spam through other stuff, and pretty much do this until, well, you get to the level or unlock something or find out where you need to go next. It's better than Adventure 1, because at least it doesn't take as long, but it's pretty annoying, considering that you could be a while, like 5 to 10 minutes, before a level just pressing X and watching a cutscene, if you want to see the cutscene and give a shit about the story. You can't skip everything though.
5 to 10 minutes later, I'm in this stage. And you know what? That's pretty much all the stage is. Running, running, running.
You could just say that about every Sonic game ever made. That's just running, running, running. Even the games where you have to stop or jump around can still be described as running, running, running.
Go fast, go fast, go, 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 go. Yeah, whatever that thing goes. That's all you ever do. And that's pretty much it.
Just like in Generations, the game's physics can sometimes defy logic.
I thought this game was about Sonic Unleashed, not Generations. Also, you do realize that there was a ramp that lets you get up there.
I boosted into that. I should go forward and not just go slow. After more boring hub world madness, we get to start our first Weird Hog level. And you know what? Weird Hog levels are bad.
Wow, aren't you redundant?
Every single Weird Hog level involves several things. Slippery controls, you walking around fucking slow.
Actually, the Werehog moves quite fast. It's just slow compared to the running stages.
And generic enemies.
Generic enemies? A blue thing with red stripes. Man, that's not original at all!
Which all you have to do to kill is press square and circle, just like Knuckles and Sonic Heroes. And that is every enemy. Just push those two buttons, and you'll kill every enemy in the game.
Some enemies require a bit of strategy. There are some that you need to jump to attack. Some you need to throw a barrel of water at. Some you have to jump to attack. And others.
It's like a bad fighting game. Except this is even more annoying because there are more Weird Hog stages than there are daytime levels. Because all the daytime levels are just one stage and 2 challenges which are forced and annoying. The camera happens to be just as bad as every other Sonic title. What makes it even more annoying is the fact that you can't even adjust it. So for example, if I'm trying to go the other way and I want to look the other way, I can't because the camera moves on its own. And sometimes there'll be too much in the corner of one part, and it's just flat out annoying. I don't know why, but it just is. The camera sucks, and so do the controls, which, like I said, are slippery. So, what the heck? One more thing I'd like to mention is that the graphics look worse in the Weird Hog levels because the plant textures are extremely low-resi.
Low-resi? That's not even a word.
Come out of a gold source game. And half the sound effects sound like they're recorded on a Casio or a keyboard or a shitty tape recorder. Because they just sound fucking compressed. Just listen. Just listen to that low file size. It sounds like it's compressed. Just seriously.
The sound sounds fine to me.
Let's just skip these levels and go to the next daytime level. After about 20 minutes of shitty cutscenes, pressing square and circle, and more, we get our first boss battle. And boy, does it underwhelm. Not only is it kind of easy...
No, really? The first boss is easy? Of course it'll be easy for the first boss!
But it also is pretty much run sideways like in Space Harrier and just try to hit it. The 2D sections get really annoying to hit it, however. And you'll be kinda pissed. And all you'll be doing in the boss, like I said, is just jumping trying to hit it. It is pretty on rails, just like in Generations for the bosses. All in all, it's pretty disappointing.
You do know that the Sonic Generations was released after Sonic Unleashed, right?
But then again, this whole game kinda is. After a lot more Dumb Hub worlds, we get more Force tutorials. Featuring Chip. With his annoying voice, just like Omo Chow. And you know what? These are still annoying.
Oh, it's this part of the review. Just watch.
By far the most shitty part of this game, which will also kinda make you mad, is this ice level. You're not supposed to touch any ice and have it break. So, if the controls tilt a little, and you accidentally touch it, you gotta hit retry. Wait 10 seconds for the PS2 to load the level, because as we all know, PS2 has long loading times. And then start again. I had to do this many times before getting it, because it's just plain annoying. It's like, how will you die this time? Will it be through a giant hitbox? Will it be just from touching it? Will it be from the controls bouncing back and you falling into the water? You'll never know. If you can get past that, then you also have to be slow to avoid the ice, or else you're fucked. And that is quite possibly one of the worst parts of this game. Everything will kill you in this level. I can't even know why they put this in it. I mean, this is just cheap.
Okay, I'll give this to you. If the level is hard, that's fine. Some people, like myself, will find it easy. Some, like you, will find it hard. But it's not cheap. The enemies will show you where to go and even lead you in the right direction. Boost pads also lead you in the correct direction. I honestly think you're purposely getting killed just to complain.
And I can't even play this anymore because it's just so annoying. If somebody's never played this game before, and you just touch in the hitbox, you're dead. This is just bad. In fact, I got one thing I'm going to do with this game.
Now it's time for the most pointless part of the review.
You know what? That's it! This piece of garbage, I'm not playing anymore! Quit game! Quit game! Load up the menu!
Come on, load! Load! Okay, let's see what better games you got. We got Daytona USA, we got Chrono Trigger, we got Final Fantasy, we got Duo Pop. I'll play that game then, because that game's better than this piece of garbage. Load up! Yeah, load up! Hey, load faster! Yeah, it's loading. Load, 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 load! Come on! Load! Freaking load! Freaking load! Load, piece of shit. Load, load. Finally! Start! Start, start! Yeah, I'm picking this blue one. This blue one's better than Sonic. Come on. Please wait. I don't want to wait. I want to play this game. This game's so much better than Sonic. Yeah. Yeah. This game rocks. This game's so much better than Sonic. Piece of shit Unleashed. Yes, 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 yes. This game is better. Why buy Unleashed? Buy this game. It's so much better. Please.
I thought this was a review of Sonic Unleashed. There are many other games that are better than the other. You can't force people to buy something else. It's like telling a 10-year-old kid to not play Nerf N-Strike Elite and play GoldenEye.
Final verdict? Don't buy this garbage! This game is a piece of shit. Just look. Look at it. Look at that Werehog. Look at him. Look at him. You don't want to look at that shit anymore, don't you?
I can't see the Werehog because you're moving the box around.
The graphics and the music. Everything else about this game is just so wrong. Why make a Werehog? The gameplay sucks. Just don't even try playing this game unless you're on weed now.
Who elected you as the person to say that anyone who plays this game is high? No one. Like I said, everyone has their own opinions, and you can't change their opinions.
Not in your game room. Don't play this game. Why? If you're gonna play this game, you might as well just get some better game. You know, there's so many other better games you could be playing right now, and Generations ran on the same engine. Just to show you I'm not the only one who thinks Generations is bad, let me grab the magazine. This is a professional gaming magazine.
Oh, professional, that means they're always right.
Let's see what they think of Sonic Generations, just to show you guys that it's possible to have opinions.
Yes, it's possible to have opinions. The problem is that you keep shoving your opinion into everyone's faces and treat your own opinion as a fact. It says that if you like this game, then you're stupid.
Rayman Origins, 8.5 out of 10. Saints Row the Third, 9 out of 10. Battlefield 3, 9.5 out of 10. Nope, sorry guys. Sonic only got a 6.75 out of 10.
A 6.75 does not mean that the game is horrible. What a 6.75 means is that there are better games, but it's okay.
Rest in peace, Sonic. You're dead. And thanks for watching, and buy better games.
And I'll watch better video reviews. This is more of a rant than a review. Scripts are your friend, and so is editing programs. The video is filled with grammatical errors, redundancy, parts where it should have been cut, awkward pauses, and bullcrap points. Sega was trying to do something different, and you're treating it like it's the end of the world. There were complaints that the Sonic games were all the same thing throughout the games. So they tried to go for a unique story and a unique gameplay. Sure, the game is flawed, but not the worst game ever. I may not consider myself a Sonic fan, but I really enjoyed Sonic Unleashed. It's my second favorite Sonic game. Plus, it showed that Sega can still do running stages right. And if it wasn't for this game, then Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations wouldn't exist. It was a test in my eyes, a test that was half successful and half failure. Also, is the Werehog really that bad? I understand the Werehog stages were flawed, but the Werehog design? It's just Sonic with bigger arms, more fur, color black, and growly. Okay, to end this off, I'll say this. Look at your mistakes and improve upon them. Also, let's look at some comments of this video, shall we? From Dark Oak Sonic. Some people didn't even know how to play the game when it first came out. I owned all 4 versions of the game, and surely I need the help, even though I knew Sonic's ability. And Gligar13Vids said it's called bad game design. Really? There are going to be different controls for the different versions of course you'll need to know how the controls work. It's not because bad game designs, it's because of the different console, so different design of controller. So different controller. So from the Shadow Bolt 1111. So the magazine is dumb. Then from Gligar, yep, they gave good reviews to Mario, Kirby, Rayman, but not a dead series. So that they must be dumb. So if someone says something good about Mario, Kirby, and Rayman, then said Sonic Generations was bad, it totally means they know what they're saying. Yes, the company who prints their magazine are allowed to say the game is bad, but you're sounding like you base what's good and bad based on the magazine. Before we finish, let's see what MSkull01 says. Boy, Worry 1. Well, that ends this commentary, and I really need to lie down.